If you think Manhattan's Upper East Side is all high-end shops and decadent mansions, you're only seeing a fraction of the picture. From world-class museums to peaceful parks to bars and restaurants galore, this neighborhood has no shortage of things to do. And while there are plenty of luxurious homes, there are also rental buildings, public housing developments, and much more. StreetEasy teamed up with an Upper East Side real estate agent to help us showcase this New York neighborhood.
I'm Georgia Kaporis, a licensed real estate agent at Douglas Elliman and StreetEasy Experts, experienced in helping buyers in neighborhoods like this one, the Upper East Side.
From StreetEasy, this is Know the Neighborhood. Welcome to the Upper East Side. This Manhattan neighborhood runs from 59th Street to 96th Street and from 5th Avenue to the East River. It's served by the 4, 5, 6, and Q trains. The Upper East Side is a vast neighborhood, both geographically and in terms of its array of cuisines, activities, types of housing, and more. But the best way to really get to know a neighborhood is to chat with someone who lives there. So Georgia met up with an Upper East Side resident named Cassie at a beloved bar and restaurant called the Penrose.
What do you like to do best on the Upper East Side, especially on weekends when you're not working?
I love to, grab a cup of coffee at a local coffee shop. I love 787. Their Puerto Rican coffee is so delicious there. I have a dog, so we always do a super long walk over in Central Park, take our time as long as the weather permits. But it's nice to actually have two park options up here. We've got a nice, more local option, Carl Schurz over on the east side, and then, Central Park, which might get a little crowded with tourists on the weekend, but it's always beautiful, and we feel so lucky to have both.
Absolutely. I have to say, the number one thing I constantly hear from clients is that they love Central Park. So the Upper East Side offers a lot of parks. In addition to that, there is a great transportation with the Q train.
Oh, yeah.
It has brought a lot of different buyers. And the other thing I would have to say is the nightlife. No one would ever think that about the Upper East Side, but a few great spots have opened up recently. There's a lot of speakeasies around, and there's a lot of jazz places, and I am amazed at the Upper East Side how understated it is.
Oh yeah, I agree. I love checking out new speakeasies every now and then. One of my favorites is up in the 90s that, I don't know if you've been to it, but it's an ice cream shop. Yep. You have to figure out how to get in. It's so fun. So I'm actually in the market looking for a new place. So do you have any tips on, what I should be doing as I start the search for my new home?
Yes, definitely start working with the buyer's agent. It definitely can help you a lot, answer a lot of the questions that you may have. I also would walk the neighborhood and see what restaurants, what shops are in town, walk around different hours of the day. Why are you looking to put down roots in the Upper East Side?
There's so much I love about it up here. It does feel very neighborhoody. I've got a community farmers market I can count on every weekend that's, a block away. I can get fresh produce and pastries and, really take in the weekend. I can easily walk over to 5th Avenue, pop into the Met, the Guggenheim. There are so many amazing cultural institutions that we have up here. It really has, anything you're looking for, whether it be food, art, a walk in the park. It's got a little bit of everything.
It was so great meeting you today. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
Yeah, it's been great chatting with you and getting to know a little bit more about what I should take into account as I start my search.
Cassie and I had a great conversation, and the Penrose is as charming as ever.
The Penrose is located in the Yorkville section of the Upper East Side, the northeastern part of the neighborhood known for its lively restaurants and bars and the 2nd Avenue Q train extension. A hidden gem of Yorkville is Carl Schurz Park. Nestled next to the East River, this shady oasis is home to its own ferry station and Gracie Mansion, the official residence of the New York City mayor. If you head southwest from Yorkville, you'll arrive at the part of the Upper East Side you may have been picturing. Celebrity homes, upscale shops, and private schools are common sights here. But the western end of the Upper East Side is also home to Museum Mile, the stretch of cultural institutions that includes the Met, the Guggenheim, and the Jewish Museum, and gives you easy access to Central Park. Nearby Park Avenue provides a picturesque place for a stroll, with its seasonal flower beds and grand residential buildings. Yorkville isn't the only sub-neighborhood within the Upper East Side. You've also got Carnegie Hill in the northwest corner, where you'll find the 92nd Street Y, a community hotspot. And there's Lenox Hill in the southeast, home to some of the city's best hospitals, in addition to trendy shops and eateries. Now that you have a sense of what this neighborhood has to offer, let's talk about the types of housing you'll find here. According to current StreetEasy listings, around 64% of available homes on the Upper East Side are co-ops, but there are quite a few condos as well. As of August 2023, the median asking price on the Upper East Side was $1.9 million. But you can find homes at a wide variety of price points, especially if you're looking in Yorkville.
If you're thinking about buying on the Upper East Side, StreetEasy will match you with a buyer's agent like me.
When you reach out about a listing on StreetEasy, you'll be connected with an expert who can help. You can also contact StreetEasy Concierge at the link in the video description to get matched with a buyer's agent or ask any questions you may have. The Upper East Side is also a popular neighborhood for renters, who can often find better deals here than in other coveted parts of Manhattan. As of August 2023, the median asking rent on the Upper East Side was just under $4,000, which is below Manhattan's median asking rent of $4,300. But again, there are options for a range of price points depending on the section of the neighborhood, apartment size, and amenities. So, as we've seen, the Upper East Side is much more than what meets the eye. It can be quiet, but also vibrant, extravagant, but also down to earth. It's a beautiful dichotomy and a great place to live. If you'd like to learn more about the Upper East Side and other New York neighborhoods, visit our blog, which is linked below. Thanks again for joining us for this episode of Know the Neighborhood, and thank you to Georgia for showing us around.
See you on the Upper East Side.